Are you planning on moving your career to a strategic and policy-making position, or perhaps to the C-suite executive level? If that is the case, then you need to start thinking from a strategic perspective. For you to influence the policy of an organization, to shape the vision and align culture of an organization, a strategic mindset is imperative. Welcome to the Institute of Leadership and Strategy and to our executive certification in strategy. This course will tremendously increase your value, impact, and managerial career and prepare you for senior leadership roles. For 10 weeks, you will interact with captains of industry and key strategy experts to develop skills to lead organizations, to deliver on strategy, and to achieve exponential growth. You will understand strategy at the corporate, business, and functional levels and acquire skills in strategic planning, strategy formulation, and strategy execution. Sign up for our next cohort and join the over 500 managers and professionals who have gone through our executive strategy development. The course runs for 10 weekends with in-person and virtual options. We look forward to holding great conversations with you as experienced strategy experts and facilitators share deep corporate insights on business strategy with you. See you in our next session.
To lead at the highest levels, strategy must be your language. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is Ghana's premier training destination for professionals preparing for C-suite and senior executive roles. The Certified Strategy Professional Program is a 10-week executive course designed to deepen your strategic expertise across key modules with flexible weekend sessions online and in person. You can locate us at East Legon, Accra, or call 0244 268672. That's 0244 268672 today to register. Institute of Leadership and Strategy, developing managers and corporate executives.
Are you planning on moving your career to a strategic and policy-making position, or perhaps to the C-suite executive level? If that is the case, then you need to start thinking from a strategic perspective. For you to influence the policy of an organization, to shape the vision and align culture of an organization, a strategic mindset is imperative. Welcome to the Institute of Leadership and Strategy and to our executive certification in strategy. This course will tremendously increase your value, impact, and managerial career and prepare you for senior leadership roles. For 10 weeks, you will interact with captains of industry and key strategy experts to develop skills to lead organizations, to deliver on strategy, and to achieve exponential growth. You will understand strategy at the corporate, business, and functional levels and acquire skills in strategic planning, strategy formulation, and strategy execution. Sign up for our next cohort and join the over 500 managers and professionals who have gone through our executive strategy development. The course runs for 10 weekends with in-person and virtual options. We look forward to holding great conversations with you as experienced strategy experts and facilitators share deep corporate insights on business strategy with you. See you in our next session.
To lead at the highest levels, strategy must be your language. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is Ghana's premier training destination for professionals preparing for C-suite and senior executive roles. The Certified Strategy Professional Program is a 10-week executive course designed to deepen your strategic expertise across key modules with flexible weekend sessions online and in person. You can locate us at East Legon, Accra, or call 0244 268672. That's 0244 268672 today to register. Institute of Leadership and Strategy, developing managers and corporate executives.
A very good evening to you all, and welcome to our very final information session on the Certified Strategy Professional, leading to our cohort number 8 intake, which is the final intake for the year 2025. In the next few minutes, I'll be taking you through all there is to know as far as becoming a strategy professional is concerned. My name is Jeff Bassey. Dr. Jeff Bassey is my name, and I'm the coordinator for the professional certification in strategy. And so just stick and stay with me for the next few minutes. At the tail end of this session, we're going to answer all of your questions, just so you are in a good position to make a decision whether or not to sign up for cohort 8 of the Certified Strategy Professional course. Right, so we set the ball rolling by understanding who we are. I'll be doing that in a bit, but this is a 10-week program. In-person and virtual options exist, and as I mentioned, you'll get to understand all there is to know in a bit. As an institution, we focus on leadership and strategy, just as our name connotes, Institute of Leadership and Strategy. So we run the Executive Leadership Program. All our courses are targeted at people who are either in management positions or are professionals. In other words, if you are a rank and file staff, you just finish national service, you join the work environment, respectfully, you will not be qualified for any of our programs. You are either in a professional, whether in finance, accounting, marketing, HR, insurance, risk, credit. We've had a few lawyers, a few military officers, some medical doctors come through. Otherwise, once you are in a management position, and it will not matter which level of management, whether you are the executive management or senior management, mid management, or lower level management, but at all costs, you must either be in a management role or you are a professional in a field or another to qualify for our executive leadership program. The next cohort, for instance, starts next week, and that is not why we are here. You are here for the certified strategy professionals, also targeted at managers and professionals. But beyond that, we also facilitate in-house trainings for quite a number of organizations. We have been with Bank of Ghana, MTN, Talo Oil. We've done Casa Precon. We trained for Kempinski Hotel. We trained for Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority. We trained for Newmont, Ghana Revenue Authority, Ghana Stock Exchange, Coca-Cola. We have counted over 200 organizations whose leadership trainings or strategy sessions we have had to facilitate over the period. And then finally, we also do consulting, and our focus areas are developing strategic plans for organizations. We've done that for a couple of the banks. We've done DevTraco, we've done Cape May. We currently just delivered Bank of Ghana Hospital's 5-year strategy to them. And then also we inculcate the balanced scorecard performance management for organizations. And finally, we develop corporate governance protocol for quite a number of organizations. So in a snapshot, this is who we are as an organization. We have had various organizations, patronize our services in the past, or, sponsored their managers to take our programs, as you can see currently on your screen. We are located at East Legon. What you see on your screen now is our facility, our executive training center. We are at East Legon, Lagos Avenue. In Ghana, we are not too used to names of streets. So let me say Mansfield Hotel stretch. And there are, a number of banks on that stretch. We are directly behind GT Bank, Guaranteed Trust Bank, directly behind on the Lagos Avenue or Mansfield Hotel stretch at East Legon, Accra, Ghana. That is our executive, development or training center. Inwardly, this is how some of our sessions, look like. This photo was taken from cohort number 7, the cohort that are about to just pass out, and then the new cohort of 8. Cohort 8, if you decide to join us, we will be looking forward to having you in our session. Right, so what is the Certified Strategy Professional, CSP? The Certified Strategy Professional is a certification for professionals who demonstrate knowledge, skills, and competences in strategy, as we'll be taking you through. So once you come through the course, you are in a position to demonstrate knowledge, skills, and competences as required by the body of knowledge. That is the global professional body that awards the certification. We are the approved providers in Ghana to prepare you to write the exam. But let me also say that examination, and for that matter, passing it, is not our only objective. Our main objective is to give you global standard practice in HR, and to seal off in strategy, and to seal off your confidence in strategy as a manager. But then those of you who also choose to sit for or write the professional certification exam, the same content we deliver, is enough to help you write the examination. Indeed, we have successfully run 7 different cohorts. And so it is not a question of try and error. We understand our game and how to get, managers or yourselves to pass the professional certification exam if you so wish. And by the time I am done with this presentation, I would have taken you through how the global professional certification exam in strategy is conducted. Right. What are our focus areas by way of modules? The modules are 10, and for that matter, 10 weeks. So 10 modules for 10 weeks. Module number 1 is on organizational strategy and leadership. And that module simply aims at helping you to understand the environment of strategy. I'd always seize the opportunity to refer to Boston Consulting Group's research it's a research done by Boston Consulting Group, sponsored by Michael Porter, on managers and their understanding of strategy. We can put all managers in 3 layers or 3 levels. The lowest layer managers are the people we call line managers. Most of them are branch managers when you go to a typical bank. A branch manager, for instance, is a junior or a lower level manager whose responsibility is to manage people and activities. Then we have second layer, who are what we call senior managers. Senior managers manage managers, so that in a typical bank, for instance, you got to put together some 10 to 15 branches of a bank, depending on the cosmopolitan nature of the environment, and then you commit to one area or regional manager. So his work fundamentally as a senior manager is to manage managers under his jurisdiction. Then we have the highest or the third layer of management called executive managers. So you chief executive officer, chief finance officer, chief operations officer, chief HR officer, chief marketing officer, chief technology officer. All those guys at the very top at the executive level, whose responsibility it is to manage the entire organization, are at the third layer. Now, according to Boston Consulting Group, a whopping 72% of managers at the lower level, that is the line managers, a whopping 72% do not understand strategy. He's a manager, yes, but really doesn't appreciate what we mean when we say strategy, whether at the corporate level or the business unit level or at the functional level. They are managing all right, but they don't quite appreciate the whole dynamics of formulating a strategy into what we call a strategic plan, the execution, the control of the strategy, etc., and putting in place growth and competitive measures in order to outperform other competing industries. So what we do in Module 1 is to help you appreciate the environment of strategy. Module number 2 is on strategic planning. Strategic planning. I'm sure most of us have heard the word several times. We are going for a strategic planning session, etc. Really, what goes into when we say a strategic plan, that we put a document together to provide direction and guidance for the organization. Module number 3 is strategy formulation. The whole idea of formulating a strategy is relating an organization to its environment. No organization will outperform the larger or macroeconomic indicators. The organization's level of success is always commensurate to the organization's manager's ability to relate the company to its environment. And in this typical, VUCA business world we find ourselves, today, your ability to understand how fast the exogenous, factors change and being able to align your organization. Because I always say that when the rate of change on the outside exceeds the rate of change on the inside, the end to that establishment is in sight. When the rate of change on the outside exceeds the rate of change on the inside, that organization's end is very near. All right, so that's what we try to achieve in module number 3. Module number 4 is on competitive and growth strategies. That is taught by a very, very, very experienced hand, a corporate chief who has seen it all in the world of strategy. And in course of my presentation, I will be introducing you to all our facilitators and instructors at the Institute of Leadership and Strategy who deliver on these various modules we are walking you through. So competitive and growth strategies happens to be our module number 4. Module number 5 is on leading and managing change. Leading and managing change. And as I always say, change management is a leadership and strategy agenda. Your ability to appreciate how to manage change, because really, strategy fundamentally is not about predicting the future with 100% accuracy. Instead, increasing your odds of success. So along the line, the strategy will evolve, will change because of how the external factors are changing. And every time we have to cause any major changes due to exogenous factors that hit the strategy, either because of competition or macroeconomic indicators or changes in customer preferences or customer demands or government legislation. I mean, the stakeholders, when those times come, we don't say that, well, 2 years ago, we said our next 5-year strategy is this, then we are just going to know. Strategy is not a static plan. It evolves, it is fluid, and must change gradually along the external, demands of the strategy. And so being able to manage strategy with all the tools and confidence is an integral part of being developed as a strategy expert. Then we have module number 6, which is managing strategic projects. I'm sure at your level as professionals and managers, by now you would know that once you put in a strategic plan, there are going to be initiatives and projects in course of the strategy that organization got to be managing in order to keep the strategy afloat. And that is how come module number 6 is on managing strategic projects. Module number 7 is on business and financial analysis, ability to be business, what we call business shrewdness. Because strategy really speaks to every facet of the organization, from the financial perspective to the customer perspective to the internal business process perspective to the human resource that is learning and growth, etc. Just as have been propounded by David Norton and Robert Kaplan when they introduced the balanced scorecard to the business world. To the extent that strategy speaks to every facet of the organization, it is important for strategy experts or people who want to understand strategy to also be able to appreciate business analysis, Then we have module number 8, which is on strategy, execution, and control. And personally, as a consultant, I can tell you that quite a number of organizations seem to have confidence and control when it comes to developing the strategy. The challenge is about how to stay the course and be able to lead execution, aligning implementation plans to people and culture, to resources, and managing the risks that come along when it comes to controlling the strategy. So it's a module that we spend quite some good time on to be sure that after the strategy must have been developed, you can have a good strategy, but if you're unable to provide leadership for its execution, the goals or the objectives of the strategy simply do not see the light of day. Then we have module number 9, a very special module, what we call strategic plan presentation. So when you come by week 2, would have put you in groups per your industries. All those from the financial sector will be in one industry. Those from the telcos will be in one group. Those from the oil and gas, those from the mining sector, those from the public sector, the education, the health, etc. There are people who actually belong to an industry, but are interested in knowing more about another industry. We allow you to join another group if that is your business. So you belong to groups per your industry or background, and then we deliver real case studies, real world case studies. So at the group level, you develop a strategic plan with all the tools that we are going to provide you. You develop a strategic plan for us and present to a panel who then will comment on or run commentary on your presentations to increase our learning experience. So all the tools that we provide you, right from the how to conduct SWOT analysis to the PESTEL analysis to the McKinsey 7S model to the GE 9-box metrics to the Ansoff metrics to Porter's 5 forces to Porter's generic strategies. I'm talking about the cost leadership strategy, differentiation strategy, focus strategies. All of the tools that are provided you, we encourage you to be able to inculcate them in developing a strategic plan for a hypothetical organization you create in your industry. And then whilst you are presenting to the panel then run commentary and does corrections And then that increases our collective learning experience, hands-on, in understanding how to prepare a strategic plan for an organization. Then the final one is more like an assessment. For the 10 weeks you would have been with us, we need to do a strategy assessment for us to arrest your challenging areas, your areas that you might not have built confidence over the weeks as the resource persons, make the presentations to you. So there we have the 10 modules. When you successfully go through the 10 modules, you earn an internal executive certificate in strategy delivered by us, the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. That does not make you a certified strategy professional. So for those of you who intend or do not intend to write a professional exam, you receive this certificate and you are good, because your goal is to have standard practice knowledge and to seal off your confidence in strategy. And then those who intend to write the exam then go ahead with the same content, because we inculcate the examination content into the various modules. And then your writing and passing the professional exam then earns you a CSP. So for those of you who intend to write the exam, you earn 2 certificates: internal executive certificate in strategy, and then the global professional certification in strategy. Right. So then we have the areas. Now, why, somebody may ask, why do you seek to become a strategy professional or a CSP? A few reasons. Number one, certification tells employers that you have the required knowledge and skills in business strategy. Some of you may have the knowledge, yes, but if you haven't gone through any professional training on development, why will anybody probably believe you? Therefore, it gives you credibility and recognition, both at the local and the international level. It improves your marketability, if you may, your employability, your promotability, and for that matter, your earning potential. It also prepares you for C-suite executive roles. For many of us who are not already at the C-suite, this is a major tool that propels you and increases your chances of becoming a C-suite executive leader in the organization. Indeed, we've had various C-suite executives who have already been with us. The chief director at the presidency just finished with cohort number 7, the chief director of the presidency, chief director, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, director of passports. We have the registrar general of Ghana. We've had various managers from private organizations, chief finance officer of Jospon Group, that is the Zoom Lion and the rest, chief finance officer of the Bank Hospital, CEO of Sin Laboratory, and a few, executives here and there have come through. Otherwise, we've also had, various layers of managers, whether the mid-level or junior level managers, come through the program. And for those of you who are not already at the C-suite, this becomes a major platform for you to clinch that, all right? And then finally, there are some of you who probably are preparing to go into private management consultancy. You want to be an independent management consultant, especially if you want to play ball with strategy. This certification then seals off your confidence and gives you credibility why clients will want to deal with you to lead them in matters of strategy. So it positions you to become an independent consultant, either in strategy or in general management, right? Now, what is the eligibility criteria? This program is open to all professionals. It doesn't matter your area, whether you are in finance or marketing or HR or sales or operations and blah blah blah. Finance, operations, banking, risk, credits, procurement. There are people from the NGOs, public sector, IT professionals, or other technical areas. We actually also have had people who are entrepreneurs. They find their own businesses. That means that they are either the CEO or the general manager. You are equally qualified. The people we don't take are rank and file staff. I am just junior staff. I finished national service last year. You may not even understand the content that will be taught in the in the class. So you must be at a certain pedestal or a certain level in order to appreciate what we'll be doing. Right, so that's about eligibility. No special requirement for academics. Right, what is the course structure? What is the course structure? One, this is a 10-week instructor-led sessions with case studies. You have the liberty of choosing between in-person and, for that matter, virtual. The in-person runs on Saturdays only, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the ILS Executive Center, East Legon, Accra. Otherwise, you can also sign up for the virtual option, Sundays only, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. And indeed, there are loads of examples. I mean, the immediate past director of ports, of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Mr. Peter Amobediako, sat in Takoradi all through, never have to come to physical class in Accra, together with some of these managers, went through the course, wrote and passed the certification exam. So, and then we also have various managers who join from other countries. So you can do a 100% in-person. You can also do a 100% virtual. And we try to make our virtual sessions very engaging as possible. That notwithstanding, you also have the liberty to switch between the two options. So every weekend you decide which module which stream or which of the day suits your schedule. You either sign up for Saturday or Sunday, and the following weekend you can switch any which way. There's a third option which we normally don't advise, but because we deal with very busy professionals, we allow it. The first option is what? Saturday physical. If you miss it, you take Sunday online, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The platform we use is Google. And let me say, those who are coming online and have the fear, hey, 1 to 6, that's a long stretch. There are intermittent breaks in between because we are well aware of the caliber of person who signed to our program. That should you miss Saturday and Sunday, you will have the recording of the Sunday lecture to go through in course of the week. So you're on the same wavelength before you report for the following week. And whatever happened physical on Sunday is the same thing that happens online. Physical on Saturday is the same thing that happens online Sunday. Same instructor, same thematic area, possibly same examples that even are provided, and of course, same topical areas. Before I end, if you have any questions or enquiries, kindly don't hesitate to send us a quick WhatsApp on 0244 268672. That number again is 0244 268672. Should you have any challenges, please don't use the chat console. We might not be able to answer all your questions before we leave. Just engage that line by way of WhatsApp. Just send your name and then you send the question. The administrators will respond to you, and then every other information you will require will also be shared with you. Right. We just have a few minutes to cover, including the instructors and how to register and the information about passing the exam, and then we are out of here. Yeah, let's change.
Are you planning on moving your career to a strategic and policy-making position, or perhaps to the C-suite executive level? If that is the case, then you need to start thinking from a strategic perspective. For you to influence the policy of an organization, to shape the vision and align culture of an organization, a strategic mindset is imperative. Welcome to the Institute of Leadership and Strategy and to our executive certification in strategy. This course will tremendously increase your value, impact, and managerial career and prepare you for senior leadership roles. For 10 weeks, you will interact with captains of industry and key strategy experts to develop skills to lead organizations, to deliver on strategy, and to achieve exponential growth. You will understand strategy at the corporate, business, and functional levels and acquire skills in strategic planning, strategy formulation, and strategy execution. sign up for our next cohort and join the over 500 managers and professionals who have gone through our executive strategy development. The course runs for 10 weekends with in-person and virtual options. We look forward to holding great conversations with you as experienced strategy experts and facilitators share deep corporate insights on business strategy with you. See you in our next session.
To lead at the highest levels, strategy must be your language. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is Ghana's premier training destination for professionals preparing for C-suite and senior executive roles. The Certified Strategy Professional Program is a 10-week executive course designed to deepen your strategic expertise across key modules with flexible weekend sessions online and in person. You can locate us at East Legon, Accra, or call 0244 268672. That's 0244 268672 today to register. Institute of Leadership and Strategy, developing managers and corporate executives.
All right, so welcome back. In the next few minutes, we are out of here. So if you have any issues, kindly don't hesitate to send your inquiries or questions to 0244 268672. Now, who are the instructors at the Institute of Leadership and Strategy? ILS instructors and resource persons. First on our bill is Mr. Kweku Awotri, who comes in as a resource person. Kweku Awotri is the immediate past CEO for Tullow Oil, and then also proud to being CEO for Tullow Oil. He was CEO for VRA and also chief strategist for Anglo Gold Ashanti for several years. He currently chairs the board of UBA as well as multimedia. Then we have Mr. Samuel Alote. Samuel Alote is board chairman for Jospon Group, a sub-board chairman for Jospon Group. He's a senior lecturer with GIMPA, and then also a private management consultant. Grace Awotri is the chief finance officer of the Bank Hospital. She have a lot of exposure to issues of financial and business analysis, and also gives a good shot at strategy. My good self is also there. I'm a leadership and strategy expert. I've led strategy conversations for quite a number of organizations, and then also instruct for the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. Then we have Mr. Adolf Pega. Adolf Pega is the Chief Strategy and Operations Officer for Absa Bank. He is the Chief Strategist at the moment and delivers a number of our modules as well. Then we have Dr. Samuel Seglan. Dr. Samuel Seglan is a management consultant and a strategy expert, a senior lecturer with the Ghana Technology University. And then we have Ebo Richardson. Ebo Richardson was a C-suite executive with Absa Bank. He actually chaired the committee that transformed Barclays Bank into Absa Bank. He teaches our leading and managing change. He shares some very, very wonderful case studies and stories on managing strategic changes or changes within strategy. Then we have last but not the least, Mr. Michael Abiu. Michael Abiu is a strategy expert. He sits on the board of Telecel Ghana and also the CEO for NGA Consulting. Recently joining our team is Dr. Patrick Fishen. Patrick Fishen have directed strategy for EcoBank Africa for several years. Prior to that, he was with Standard Chartered Bank as head of strategy. And so these are the well-qualified facilitators and resource persons that deliver various modules on the platform of Institute of Leadership and Strategy. Now let's quickly talk about examination, and then we are out of here. For those of you who would elect to write the professional certification exam, it's refreshing to know that the professional exam is conducted every day throughout the year, every day, Monday to Sunday, January 1 to December 1. Anytime, any day, you can take the exam. Pass mark is 60%, 60%, and that's it. You are certified. The professional examination fee is $350 USD, $350 USD. Now, how is the exam conducted? The professional bodies exam questions are competency-based exam. This is not an academic program. It's a professional certification course, and so they are competency-based exam, which covers all aspects of organizational strategy, from formulation to planning to growth, competitive strategy to managing the risk to execution of the strategy. The questions cover every facet of strategy. It's a 2-hour online based exam, 2 hours. You are answering 100 multiple choice questions, competency based. And as I mentioned, the exam checks for success in every area of strategy. And all you require is 60 questions correct out of 100. And then you are certified as a strategy professional. Very well. Now, how do you enroll with us? How do you enroll with us? Registration fee is 250 Ghana cedis. And once you pay the 250 Ghana cedis, you would immediately receive a registration voucher. That voucher then enables you to register online. Once you complete your registration online, it's just 5 minutes information we require from you. You push it. Once you submit it, by close of the following business day, you receive an admission notice from us, and then that you are ready to write a professional or to enroll in the program. The program fee itself is 12,800 Ghana cedis. 12,800 Ghana cedis. You are not required to pour the 12,800 at a go. The fee is paid in 3 installments. 3 installments, 4,800 Ghana cedis at the beginning of the program, 4,000 in the middle of the program, and the final 4,000 at the end of the program. So the 12,800 Ghana cedis, which is less than $1,000. Less than $1,000. You have the liberty to break it into 3. 4,800 at inception, 4,000 in the middle of the program, 4,000 at the end. And that covers nearly everything. Your tuition, all of your materials, all your books, the past questions for those of you who want to do rehearsals of the main exam before you write. And for those of you who come in person, we also provide you with tea and lunch. All of them are encapsulated or included, embedded in the course fee of 12,800. You earn an internal executive certificate in strategy. They are all covered. The next cohort, which is cohort number 8. Somebody may be asking, how do we pay the 250? Once you contact us, 0244 26 86 72, as displayed on your screen, the administrators will share with you the payment platforms. We are with EcoBank. Otherwise, you can also do a mobile money number in the name of the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. The next cohort, which is cohort number 8, our final intake for the year, takes off on Saturday, November 15th November 2025. For those of you who will be attending the first lecture in person on Saturday, you are reporting at 9:30 because we start at 10 o'clock on Saturday, 15 November. But if you intend to take the online for the very first weekend, you are reporting on Sunday, 16th November 16, 1 p.m. So normally by 12:30, we are ready to receive you online to take off. Okay, so that is it for the next cohort. Once again, we are located at East Legon, right behind GT Bank on the Lagos Avenue or Mansfield Hotel stretch. That is where our Executive Training Center is located. For those of you who may be coming to us, just go to Google Map and key in Institute of Leadership and Strategy, and the map will bring you directly to our location. Right. So I want to say a big thank you to you. If there are any questions, let's receive the questions, respond to them, and then we are out of here for today. We want to especially thank you. We have done a main information session 4 weeks ago. This is a mop-up because we have a lot of people reaching out to us that they missed the information session, and that how come we have to repeat it. Some people ask us, when is your closing date? We don't have a closing date. We have class sizes. We don't take more than 80 people. So 80 is a class size for every cohort. It doesn't mean all the 80 are going to sit in one class. Remember, we have the physical and the virtual option. So every weekend, the class splits into those online, even those in person and those online. I also further put in certain industry for a few discussions on strategy peculiar to their industry. So at sometimes we have breakout sessions, other times we run the plenary where we are all together, either about 40 in a class or something. So we don't run with closing date. Anytime the class is full, we cut admissions. So those of you who have been calling that, when is your closing day? You are waiting. No. Once the class is full, and we have 2 weeks to go, we are taking off exactly 2 weeks from today. My understanding is that we have just about some 16 vacancies or slots for the next class of 80 to be full. And once the class is full, the spillover would have to wait for another cohort. So this cohort starts November 15. You are running 6 lectures, and then we give you a Christmas break, and then we resume second Saturday of January to run the final 4 weeks in the month of January, and then we are done. All right. If there are any questions, administrators, if you have questions, okay, questions have been projected. Somebody asked, can someone with an engineering background and not engineering background also join? And what are some of the benefits if I am not yet owning my company? Well, 90% of our trainees do not own their company. Those who own their companies are very, very few in the class. So you don't need to own your company to join. And as an engineer, you're a professional, so you can come through. The people we don't take are fresh graduates, no exposure to corporate or professional grounding. They don't quite understand what we teach, all right? So you are qualified, okay, to come into. And somebody say, is it only degree holders that can apply? Well, academic front, we prefer that because the instruction is in English. And of course, this is a professional class. So we just put a first degree there to caution people. But if you feel you don't have a first degree, but you've had some substantial exposure to corporate and for that matter to management, why not? You can sign up, because really academic requirement is not a deal for us, but rather your exposure to corporate issues, management issues, so you can appreciate the conversations for the 10 weeks is what is most important, to us. All right. We're on Joy FM as well as City FM, and of course the host will ask questions of the sort. We all know strategy is a high-level thing. I mean, we have facilitated strategy sessions for many companies, numbering over 200 organizations. A company of about 2,000 member staff. You go to strategy session, you meet about 60 people, because strategy is done at the very top. But of course, you may not be at the very top, but you are preparing to get there. I always say you don't become a doctor before you go to medical school. You don't become a lawyer before you go to a law school. If you are a manager seeking to get to the very high hierarchy, one of the platforms you can use to do that is to have very good grounding in strategy. All right, good. Right, so we are immensely grateful for your time with us. Looking forward to meeting you in our lecture hall. Per the information we have given, we are sure that helps you to make a decision for yourself whether or not you want to sign up for our cohort number 8. Thank you so much, and do have a very good evening.
Are you planning on moving your career to a strategic and policy-making position, or perhaps to the C-suite executive level? If that is the case, then you need to start thinking from a strategic perspective. For you to influence the policy of an organization, to shape the vision and align culture of an organization, a strategic mindset is imperative. Welcome to the Institute of Leadership and Strategy and to our executive certification in strategy. This course will tremendously increase your value, impact, and managerial career and prepare you for senior leadership roles. For 10 weeks, you will interact with captains of industry and key strategy experts to develop skills to lead organizations, to deliver on strategy, and to achieve exponential growth. You will understand strategy at the corporate, business, and functional levels and acquire skills in strategic planning, strategy formulation, and strategy execution. Sign up for our next cohort and join the over 500 managers and professionals who have gone through our executive strategy development. The course runs for 10 weekends with in-person and virtual options. We look forward to holding great conversations with you as experienced strategy experts and facilitators share deep corporate insights on business strategy with you. See you in our next session.
To lead at the highest levels, strategy must be your language. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is Ghana's premier training destination for professionals preparing for C-suite and senior executive roles. The Certified Strategy Professional Program is a 10-week executive course designed to deepen your strategic expertise across key modules with flexible weekend sessions online and in person. You can locate us at East Legon, Accra, or call 0244 268672. That's 0244 268672 today to register. Institute of Leadership and Strategy, developing managers and corporate executives.